Good afternoon. I'm Keith Hedrick, Hedrick. I'm the mayor of the city of Groton. First, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out on short notice. I will keep my remarks brief. Today's press conference is to provide an update on the investigation into the human remains found outside Colonel Ledger Cemetery in mid-March. That said, I would like to recognize the incredible work by the Groton City Police Department Detective Division and our partners at the local, state, and federal levels. During the course of the police department's investigation, there have been many rumors and unsubstantiated fear-mongering taking place in the social media, making the city and surrounding communities seem like unsafe places to live. I am here to assure you that the city of Groton is among the safest communities in the Northeast, and I believe that our police department is top in the area. Approximately 6 weeks after the discovery of human remains found at Colonel Ledger Cemetery, I am pleased to announce an arrest has been made and a person of interest is in custody. With that, I would like to turn over the rest of this press conference to the City of Groton Police Chief, Chief David Burton, for more details. Thank you. Chief.
Good afternoon. My name is David Burton, B-U-R-T-O-N. I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Groton. The City of Groton Police Department would like to provide an update into the investigation that began in March of 2025. At this time, we've been able to identify both a victim and a suspect of this crime. The victim is identified as Suzanne Wormser, aged 58, who's a resident of the City of Groton. The suspect is identified as Donald Coffel, age 68, who's also a resident of the City of Groton. Both the victim and the suspect knew each other, and this was a targeted event. Let's go over a timeline. On 3/19/25, we responded to a crime scene at Colonel Ledger Cemetery where the victim was located. Detectives then began talking with neighbors in the area and checking for video coverage, which could assist in uncovering what had happened along with establishing a timeline. Additionally, follow-up was performed on leads that were received via the department's social media page, as well as calls placed to the department by community members. This included contacting other police departments in surrounding states to research whether or not the reported incidents were related. On 4/11/25, a tip line was established, which began to receive additional information. And on 4/16/25, a tip received from a concerned citizen provided a possible victim identification and led us to Allen Street. On 4/17/25, the Allen Street residence was searched, and another crime scene was discovered and processed. This resulted in the initial identity of the suspect, who was interviewed at that time as a person of interest. On 4/18, with the initial testing completed, the two crime scenes were connected. On 4/22/25, the suspect was interviewed for a second time, and on the same day, a witness came forward with specific details about the crime as told to them by the suspect. And on 4/23/25, the suspect was interviewed for a third time, and at that time confessed to the murder, providing details that matched the scene documentation as well as evidence collected by the investigators. Today, the suspect was arrested and transferred to the State Department Corrections. He was held on a $1 million bond pending his arraignment at New London, Part A, which is located at 70 Huntington Street in New London. The charges that were leveled against the suspect are murder in violation of Connecticut General Statute 53A-54, tampering with physical evidence in violation of Connecticut General Statute 53A-155, and improper disposal of a body in violation of Connecticut General Statute 7-64. The City of Groton Police Department, along with myself, wish to express our sincere condolences to the family of Suzanne Wormser, who was a victim of this heinous incident and did not deserve to lose her life at the hands of the suspect. I do want to take the time to acknowledge the hard work of the City of Groton Patrol and Detective Unit, who worked on the case tirelessly, but we would not have been successful without the invaluable assistance of our partners. This included the New London State's Attorney's Office, the State Police Major Crimes Unit, the FBI, task force officers, the State of Connecticut Forensic Laboratory, and the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. So where do we go from here? The investigation is continuing. This includes additional testing and analysis, and along with more interviews that have to be conducted. Our work is not finished, and as an active crime scene, we will not be discussing specific details of the scene at this time. And with that, I'll take some questions. I will. We actually have a handout for that with the names on it, along with the charges. But the victim last name is Wormser, W-O-R-M-S-E-R. First name Suzanne with a Z, S-U-Z-A-N-N-E. And the suspect last name is Coffel, C-O-F-F-E-L. First name is Donald, D-O-N-A-L-D.
When's the arraignment going to be?
I'm going to let the state's attorney talk to that.
It will be Monday. The arraignment will be, good afternoon, Paul Narducci, State's Attorney's Office, State's Attorney for the New London Judicial District. The arraignment will be Monday. And I do want to add one thing to the chief, in addition to praising everybody that worked here. I do want to stress that even though there has been a suspect and the suspect has been arrested, he is presumed innocent unless and until he is convicted in a court of law. And I want to make sure that that message goes out. But I do want to thank the tireless efforts of the Groton City Police Department, the detectives, as well as the other brother and sister agencies. So thank you.
How much was the bond again?
The bond is $1 million.
Chief, can you talk about how these two people knew each other and what transpired as far as, this violent act?
So this is a cohabitating relationship, meaning they live together. As far as the violent act itself, that would be a key piece of the crime scene, and we're not going to talk about that at this time.
And just to clarify, is it presumed that the Allen Street location was the scene where this crime was committed and then moved to the cemetery, or is that just the residence?
We're investigating the Allen Street as a very active crime scene where it's possible that the action as far as the murder was concerned took place there.
You put out a pretty specific description of the victim. Did that help in identifying her and then leading, in this investigation or?
Yes. So again, we can be a little frustrating as far as organization is concerned regarding the amount and the timeliness of information. That information is vetted with our partners, and we specifically choose to put out specific language in order to gain response. And in that case, that did result in that.
I don't know if this is for you, Chief, or for the mayor. The mayor specifically called out rumors and, quote, fear-mongering in social media. We've all heard these reports. I mean, there's national reports of a, quote-unquote, serial killer. I know there's a lot of police officers and police departments who are unhappy about those descriptions. Can somebody speak to that a little bit more? I know the mayor mentioned it initially.
So we have databases that the state agencies as well as ourselves participate in. Those databases did not result in any information coming back to us to say that anything was related. In addition, we monitor the same sources as everybody else does in the community. When individuals provide information from out of state, and we can contact those police departments, we reach out and talk to their investigators to find out if there's any link. We have no information that links our incident to anything else that took place within the state or outside in the surrounding area.
Any indication of a potential motive?
Again, that's still part of the investigation to be finished. I'm sure that when this individual gets to court, and as State's Attorney Narducci said, that will be part of the presentation as far as the case is concerned.
You mentioned the witness or someone providing details. Was that or is that just someone who became knowledgeable?
No, that was after the description that we had put out. It did result in some key information coming back in at that time for us.
I noticed one of the charges was improper disposal of the body. Are you able to explain what that means and the state in which you found this body when you were called to it?
Yeah, so what we're looking at is how was this body left as far as its condition, how was the body disposed of. Obviously, there's a proper way to do that. There are certified businesses within the state that are licensed to do that. That didn't take place in this case. So.
Any word on how much these charges may come out to be as a result, as far as prison sentence goes?
Again, that would be, he's innocent right now, as the state's attorney indicated. So that would be later on for a judge and jury and the court process to decide.
Do you know when this happened? When the actual murder or alleged murder happened?
So we have a general timeline, but again, I don't want to really go into that too much because that remains details, and we still have some people to talk to, and I don't want to taint any type of investigation moving forward. So.
Has he mentioned the cause of death yet, specifically?
No, other than obviously it was a violent crime. I think if you look at the ME's report, you're going to see that because of the condition the body was found in. But we have not released or gone over the exact cause at this time.
Any other arrests expected?
We have people to talk to.
Was the thinking that this person might not have done this alone, allegedly?
No, we have nothing else to say other than we have other individuals that we need to discuss this incident with to find out what they knew about it.
But they weren't married?
No, we're not married. Anything else? Thank you for coming out.